journey of spirituality. Of course, I can only share with you what I've been on, right, through my life, to this point in my life. So there's so much more to experience, but spirituality is amazing. And if you're new to spirituality, meaning if you're starting to wake up and you're starting to realize that this world isn't all that it seems. The people are not all that they seem. The institutions are not all that they seem. Things seem a little bit off. If you're starting to realize that there's a lot to learn that you had no idea, then this video's for you. This video's for you. Spirituality is a lifestyle. It is something that I wear. It's something that I experience on a daily basis. And the journey of spirituality is different, but yet the same for everybody. And there's going to get to certain points in spirituality where you feel like you're on level ground. You feel like you're at a great point where you feel like your foundation is solid and you're ready to learn more and you're ready to ascend to a higher vibration. And without notice, without warning, something will come into your life, whether it's I'm going to do a video on this one, twin flames, whether it's a twin flame that comes into your life, whether it's something you've allowed into your life spiritually, which is the case for me recently, or it's something emotionally. Something is going to take that plateau where you feel very comfortable and where you're standing on your own 2 feet, where you feel grounded, and something's going to shake it, something's going to tilt it, right? And then you're going to try to balance yourself out. And I don't mean balance yourself out energetically, that too. I mean, it's almost like cracking open a new egg. It's like hatching again. You feel like you're being born again, over and over and over and over again in spirituality. So if you're new to it, get used to that feeling of being born again, of feeling like, oh my God, like that feeling. I don't know how else to describe it. To me, it's like an egg that hatches and you're just born again. And even though everything, you still have a foundation, you feel like there's so much. It's almost like, okay, you ate all your food, good job. Your plate's empty, you cleaned it all up, good job. Now here's a full course meal to digest. And you're like, but I thought my belly was full. No, your belly's never full. Spiritually, your belly can never be full, right? It can never be completely full. So I just want you to expect this, because this is reality. It's up to you on how high you will ascend. That is the truth. It is up to you on who you allow into your life to ascend. That is true. It is up to you who you allow in your life spiritually, right, to come into your life, who you call on for help, who you call on for guidance. That's completely up to you. There's so many archangels to choose from, right? There's so many spirit guides. There's so many spiritual, multidimensional, angelic entities to call on. It's up to you who you decide to let into your life to help you through the spiritual journey. Because if you live to be 100 years old and you've been, let's say you've been on a spiritual journey your whole life actually, but let's say that you've been aware of it for 80 of those 100 years, you're still at a point where there's no way you're going to know everything. You're still going to be filling that egg, that new beginning hatching. It doesn't go away. At least in my experience, it hasn't went away. It might go away for a while, right? You might feel grounded for a while, but then it's going to shake up and you're going to feel like there is a new beginning again. And this happens over and over again. And it's a way to keep you from getting too comfortable. In other words, your guides, your spirit guides, your angels, they don't want you to get too level and comfortable. They always want you learning. They always want you taking in new, digesting more information. On top of what they're wanting for your spiritual ascension, there's also what you want, right? So that comes into play. If you are saying, okay, I only want to learn so much, then you're only going to experience so much. But when you're open book and you're like, you're actually saying, universe, I'm allowing you to change anything you need to in my life to help me on this ascension. I want to ascend to the highest part that I can possibly ascend to. And I'm opening up to you, and I'm allowing you to come into my life and make any changes necessary in order for me to ascend to the highest level that I can possibly ascend. If you are doing that, which is what I choose to do because spirituality is a lifestyle, you are going to be opening up, seeing things from different vantage points, from different viewpoints. You're going to be learning so much. That hatching of an egg is going to happen to you over and over and over again. So be prepared for it, because it's crazy, right? Because then the journey is so beautiful, and I'm not even at the end of my journey yet, and I'm here loving every minute of it. Even the parts where get a little shaky, right? I'm even loving those parts, because all of that helps you ascend. The duality that we chose to experience on this planet, that duality, we always love the good, right? We always love the beauty, the good, and sometimes we don't like the other side of that, right? The other half of that coin, the other half of that, which is duality on this planet Earth, on Gaia, that we came here to experience. Even that part is beautiful, because that part helps you ascend. But just wanted to make a video letting you guys know, look, expect a rocky journey, and don't expect it to be smooth. Expect to overcome obstacles, and expect huge changes in your life. But understand that all of them are not just necessary, but they're all beautiful. And the more that you allow into your life, the better the experience, and the more changes that are going to happen. And I'm telling you, there are huge, huge, huge things in your future. You just have to let it happen. Just allow it in. Your life will change beyond what you could ever imagine. I promise you, beyond what you could ever fathom. Your life is going to change in such a beautiful way, and it's going to not only raise your vibration, help you ascend, but everyone around you is going to notice it. And then they're going to be asking you, what are you doing in your life? How come you're glowing all the time? Because you will be a living example of spirituality, right? You won't have to go out there and preach it. You'll live it, and people will see it. And then people gravitate to that because it's so powerful, it's so beautiful. And then you can share with them your experiences. And then you might be helping other people ascend, helping other people wake up. And that's the spiritual journey. We're all creating, it's almost like this huge network or family, a community, of when we're waking up. And eventually, that comes down the line, eventually we're going to have a head-to-head with the machine, with the powers that be, shall we say. But that's a whole nother video. But eventually we're going to come head-to-head with that. So prepare, be ready, but don't be afraid. It's a beautiful journey. And expect to feel empowerment, expect to feel enlightenment, expect to feel happiness, expect to feel the opposites of all of these as well, because it's part of the journey. But appreciate all of it, because it's going to make you, it's going to shape and change you to become this beautiful, beautiful spiritual being. As a human being, as a star being, it's going to, you're bringing down, you're connecting to your higher self. And that's what spirituality is just connecting to your higher self. And you're becoming more like who you really are, more like who you really are spiritually. And that's the important part, is that you're becoming more like who you are spiritually. Think about that. Who are you spiritually? Who's your soul, right? And so you're becoming like that as a human being, as a multidimensional star being or human being, but I like to use the word star being because that's what we are. We're from the stars. This is just one of millions of planets that we have chosen to incarnate on. And the journey is beautiful, but expect to feel everything, and everything that there possibly could experience. Expect to feel it all, but appreciate the journey and love it. There's nothing to be afraid about. It's a beautiful journey. And I promise you that if you open yourself up and you allow the universe in, man, your life will change in such a beautiful way. Not even you could have predicted how well your life is going to become. And again, that's up to you. That's really up to you guys. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Yeah, take care, everybody.